A DeKalb County pastor and his wife tonight accused of taking thousands of dollars from folks all around the country.
The couple claims to sell fully built log homes, but tonight their customers tell News Channel 5 investigates they never got the homes they paid for. Consumer investigator Jennifer Krause is here with more, and the couple now is facing charges.
That's right, but not for what you probably think. They are facing charges instead because of what the log home company owners did after one of their customers confronted them.
Hey, get your hands off.
This is what happened to Danny Hall when he confronted the Smithville couple who he says ran off with his money.
We ended up with nothing for $36,000.
Hall of Michigan and his wife ordered a brand new log home through the Starry Hill Log Homes website back in January. The company promises to build the home you've always dreamed about.
This is a log beam system here.
The company is run by Dwayne Park and his wife Maureen. But Hall says as soon as the couple cashed his checks, the nightmare began. His logs were supposed to arrive in July.
On several different occasions told us that they were being shipped from Tennessee to Michigan. We waited, they never showed up.
Hall says he called, texted, and emailed. Finally,
he told us that $36,000 that we paid him, he had used for another job, and that job went south. That he didn't have the money to do ours.
Hello, my name is Dwayne Park.
But our investigation found that Dwayne Park has been telling customers the same sort of thing for years. Similar complaints to the Better Business Bureau go back 5 years when he first ran Grizzly Log Homes. After the BBB gave the company an F, Park's company had a new name, Starry Hill Log Homes. But the complaints from customers were the same.
He took my money and ran.
Hall drove all the way from Michigan to Smithville 3 weeks ago looking for Dwayne Park. And he found, as we did, the address for Starry Hill Log Homes is the same as this storefront office for New Heart Outreach, where, according to the window, Pastor Dwayne Park offers Bible studies twice a week.
It's on camera.
Give it back to you.
When Hall finally found the Parks and asked about his house, he ended up getting this beating from them. Both were arrested and charged with assault.
Because I think it needs to be stopped. I think what I'm going through, nobody needs to go through.
Kenny Tripp is another Starry Hill customer who paid Dwayne Park essentially everything he had.
This whole thing was supposed to be exposed ceilings, beautiful.
Tripp lives just a few miles from Park in DeKalb County and said Park was very convincing.
He's trying to make you believe that him and God can construct anything.
Tripp says for $19,000, Park promised he'd have his new log home in just 2 weeks.
And he was going to take the youth of his church and some men from his church, and they was going to come and build it.
That was nearly a year ago. Tripp says no one ever showed up, and Park gave him story after story and then finally blocked his calls. Tripp eventually got part of his order and cobbled together what he could, but the end result is not anything near, he says, what he dreamed of.
Basically what I built's a barn, not a log home.
They take vacations using our money. Myrtle Beach, Disney World, having a great time.
Danny Hall says he'd like to see the Parks arrested again and finally held accountable for what they've done.
I want to put them in prison, and I don't want there to be another victim.
Both Dwayne and Maureen Park are due in court tomorrow morning on the assault charge. I did reach both of them by phone, and they turned down my request for an interview. Now, in addition to Danny Hall from Michigan and Kenny Tripp from Smithville, who you just heard from, we are told there are customers in Chattanooga, as well as Texas and Kentucky, and perhaps elsewhere, who all say they paid the Parks for homes as well and never got them. Now, at least several of these folks, I understand, are now talking with not only local police, but state and federal investigators. So there may be more that comes out of this.
All right. Thanks, Jennifer.